So I participated in the 18th Low Effort Game Jam with many other lazy people. However, I wasn't that lazy, it turns out. Let me tell you what happened. So a game jam is essentially just a challenge for game developers to make a game within a specific time frame about a specific theme. And when I discovered this game jam, there was only a few hours left to enter a submission. But the theme was pizza, and that really intrigued me, so I decided to participate. And when I saw that theme, I decided to just make like a simple word pool of like words to narrow down the theme to give me a more constrained way to find ideas for the game, because I have a very overactive imagination. So to get started, the first word that I came up with was heavenly. Heavenly pizzas. I don't know, I was hungry at the time, don't judge me. So from that word, I already basically had an entire complete game idea set in my head in a fraction of a second. So I wanted to make a simple platformer that takes place on the clouds, and you play as a pizza delivery man, and you have to jump from cloud to cloud and basically deliver the pizza to Zeus or something like that. With that, I decided to just get right into it, not a second left to lose. So I went into Blender, made some low poly clouds, I rendered out 4, and at this point I just realized I'd bitten off a bit more than I can chew. Making a platform game isn't lazy at all. In fact, it requires a lot of effort. It requires you to make the assets, to build the levels, to playtest it, make sure everything's playable. And it's just at this point that I decided just to give up on it, because it was too much effort to make different levels, and definitely not something you can accomplish in 10 minutes. So the next word I thought of is, oh wait, hang on a minute. Pizza. It's a fast food, right? Yeah, fast food makes people fat. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to have a game about a guy falling out of an airplane who has to catch pizza slices and eat them to make him fatter, so when he hits the ground, if he's eaten enough pizza slices, he won't explode. He'll just bounce up and be saved. For some reason, I thought that was a good game, so oh god, no. It needs to be simple, something I can make in a few minutes. It needs to be a simple, maybe endless game without any complicated reason or story. So I decided to just get into it. Started to make a random spawning system. Wasn't sure what I was going to spawn, but whatever, I just started doing something. And then at that point I had a bunch of cubes that were falling from the sky at random positions. And I just needed to add another asset. And that's when it hit me. Yes, I have a great yet simple idea. Pineapples! Yeah? So pineapples are on the ground. You have to avoid all the pizzas, and if suddenly you get hit by a pizza, you basically get sent to prison because, you know, you committed a crime against the universe putting pineapple on pizza. So yeah, that was the game. That is literally all there is to it. Just a pizza falling from the sky and the pineapple has to avoid it. Yeah, if you wanted to go check out the game, then you can do that. For some reason, I don't see why you would. In conclusion, I'm terrible at making games. But what's even better is that I'm terrible at making bad and lazy games. Which is a good thing, right? Because that should mean that I'm good at making good games? I wish. But what it really means for me is that I should harness my craft. I have a very active imagination, but I don't have the skill set to accompany it. So, thank you very much for watching, and I highly recommend you to participate in any sort of game jam, because it will really help you to see your flaws and your pros and cons and weaknesses, and you'll be able to work on what you're bad at to become a better game developer.